As we read in Hebrews this week, you'll continue to see how Jesus is better than anything else. As we begin this week in chapter 5, there's a passage that may seem random at first, but it's a very important one. It's a warning against apostasy. I recently received some very helpful teaching on this topic by Dr. Michael Kruger, who's the president of Reformed Theological Seminary in Charlotte. I'll link a podcast to the lecture that I got to enjoy him teach so that you can listen to it. I highly recommend it. It's very helpful on this topic. After this warning against apostasy, there's a reminder through the rest of chapter 5 and into chapter 6 of God's promises and how they are certain, and how Jesus is a better high priest. In chapter 7, the writer of Hebrews compares Jesus to a better Melchizedek, who is a mysterious priest king in the Old Testament. You can look in Genesis chapter 14 or Psalm 110 for more of the backstory and insight into Melchizedek. By comparing Jesus to Melchizedek, the writer of Hebrews is helping us see that Jesus is the better and ultimate high priest. He is the perfect mediator between God and humans. The high priests of the Old Testament were shadows to help God's people see their need for a perfect mediator to intercede for us. In chapters 8 and 9, the writer of Hebrews shifts just a little to highlighting how his death on the cross was a better and final sacrifice. The sacrifices prescribed in the Old Testament were a copy and a shadow. They were to help Israel see their sin and their own inability to redeem themselves. Those sacrifices had to be offered daily and yearly on holy days. Jesus' sacrifice is better. He is a once-for-all-time sacrifice on our behalf. We no longer need the blood of animals to cover our sin because Jesus has shed his blood for our atonement, for our redemption. And because he was sinless, unlike the Old Testament sacrifices, his blood is all that is needed.